This video from Sharp Help, we're taking a look at how you can get weekly, monthly or quarterly reports from your XE-A307 register using the X2Z2 file. So in my previous videos you may have seen me produce an X1 report and a Z1 report. An X report, briefly, is a non-resetting report. So this is an X1 report I've run just now before doing this video. So it looks exactly the same as an end of day report, but it doesn't reset. So you'd use an X report to see your progress during the day, to see how the day's going. At the end of the day, you would normally then run it's just called a Z1 resetting report, but a lot of people call it an end of day sales report or a consolidating report. So you press mode, go to the X1 Z1 position, TLNS to enter, and then hit resetting. So when you've seen my X1 video, I'll have hit reading, and my previous Z1 video, I'll have hit resetting. So it's the same data, but it's just resetting. We'll just take a quick look at that report. So there's my Z1 report. So this is my X1, my non-resetting report over here. And then this is the Z1 report, end of day report. The data is exactly the same, the figures are exactly the same. The only difference is that my Z report has reset the data, and I can prove this quickly by running another Z1 report. And apart from the grand totals, there's no information on it because I've obviously not run any sales since that Z1 report. The data hasn't disappeared from the till. What's happened is it's moved over into a Z2 file. So if I press escape cancel and come out of the X1 Z1 mode and then hit my mode key again, I've got on line 5 X2 Z2 mode. So all the X1s and Z1s, when they're reset, all the data is moved over into a Z2 file or X2 file where the data consolidates. Now, you may never use the X2Z2 file because your business just works where you're just happy to reconcile your day's take-ins and then pass them all on to the accountants. But what you can use the till, what I'm going to show you how to do, is how to take weekly, monthly or quarterly reports. So if we now go into the Z2 file and do a resetting report, this report, in fact let's do a reading report first. This report is going to be different to the previous reports I've run because it's going to be a consolidation of all the Z1 reports I've run up to this point. So the figure at the bottom is £5,662.60p. So what this proves is that every time you run a Z1, it resets the Z1 file back to 0, but then it pushes all the data into the Z2 files. So obviously you can use that to your advantage. You can either do weekly, monthly or quarterly reports. Now the way the tills work at this level is they're not clever enough to let you go in and say I want a report from March 2013 or want to see what I did in April last year. But as long as you get into a routine of doing a Z1 at the end of every day, you can then use the Z2 file to say, okay, I want a weekly report or monthly report or quarterly report. You can't have all three, and you've got to choose one, and then you've got to get into the routine of doing it. So on a till at this level, a weekly report is only a weekly report if you remember to run it at the end of every week. So if you're open trading 7 days a week, you'd have 7 Z1 reports, and then at the end of that week you might run your Z2 report, and that report would be consolidation of all 7 Z1s. So in the Z2 file you do resetting general. You've got to remember to do resetting because obviously otherwise you'll have the same problem on a bigger scale with the data polling over. Likewise, if you wanted to use it for monthly reports, on the last day of every month or a set day of every month, you'd move the mode switch, press mode, X2 Z2 mode, down to resetting, and then run the report in there, and that'll give you your monthly total, providing that you remember to do it at the same point of every month. And the same with the quarterly. If you can't do all three, but if you want a quarterly report, you've got to remember to run that report on the day, and that's the limitation of these machines are that you couldn't go, I forgot to run a report, I want to go 2 days back and do it. You can't do that. You've got to have the routine and remember to do it on the last day of the week or the month or the quarter. Okay, I hope that video, I haven't rambled on too much and that video's made sense. I've got plenty of other videos on the 307 showing you how to do the X and Z reports and what the data on it means, so it's probably worth checking those out. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit sharphelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.